Hey, does anybody remember that story of the big neck guy? The one whose mugshot went viral and was circulated all over the internet because people were harassing him and making fun of him because he had a physical abnormality. Um, I guess people thought on the internet it was okay to make fun of somebody because he was a criminal scumbag. Anyways, I particularly didn't find that story terribly interesting or funny. I didn't find it funny just for the simple fact that it's obvious that there's something physically wrong with him. He has like a huge wide neck. It's not really funny to make an obvious joke. The cleverness from comedy is coming up with something that's slick and clever and that people normally wouldn't think about. But you're looking at this guy with the big weird neck and you're like, oh, ha, 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 ha. A lot of people, when they were making fun of this guy, sharing memes of this guy, I bet a lot of people out there didn't think this kid was, he used to be 4 years old. And he went to kindergarten one day, and all the kids were pointing and laughing at him. Pointing and laughing. You go to second grade, pointing and laughing. Fifth grade, pointing and laughing. Eighth grade, pointing and laughing. High school, pointing and it's a continuous cycling of people looking at him in public, staring, pointing, gawking, laughing, so forth and so on, that quite possibly shaped this guy's life into him turning into a criminal. Now, maybe if he was, born looking normal or what have you, maybe he would still be a criminal. Maybe he was already born with a propensity of just having a criminal mind. But you as a person, when you grow up in the public eye or the spot, not the public eye, but when you grow up in public and your surroundings have an effect on you. And so when you're going around being made fun of for 30 years, I mean, after a while, you kind of get used to it, but maybe you turn violent, you do this, you do that. And I actually felt bad for that guy. I felt bad for that guy because I could understand possibly that this guy's been fucked with his whole life. Has women turned his ass down and oh, you look weird, nigga. I ain't fucking with you, and all that nonsense. And you make your own choices. We all have our taste. So it's easy to point and laugh at this guy, but I never found the story particularly funny. I never found his story interesting nor funny. I find his story somewhat sad and pathetic. You know what I mean? I don't know. So for all you guys out there who are sharing his memes, sharing his photos, like, oh, look at this guy, ha ha ha. I mean, you guys, in my opinion, you guys are kind of a bunch of scumbags, if you ask me. Anyways, relating to bullying, I just want to talk really quick. So, Wondering Travel sent me a story. This kid in Kentucky, 14 years old, hung himself because his classmates were bullying him. They were making fun of him because his clothes and shoes were not clean, I guess. Or maybe, I guess his family was poor. He was raised by a single dad. His dad is a dishwasher, piece of shit dishwasher. Gee, you would think if you're an adult, you would think as an adult, right? You're like, I'm a dishwasher, but I do have a son. I probably should do better by him and get a better job, but he's a dumb meth head piece of shit. So this kid goes to school, having kids harass him and bully him. Now, I'm not against bullying, actually, to tell you the truth. I'm not against bullying. I think, we need a certain level of ribbing in school to kind of build up your armor plate, to build up your character, to build up your resolve, because guess what? When kids reach the adult world, there's more bullying out there and people are assholes. And this whole campaign to stop bullying kind of makes me sick. But it gets to a point where when kids are finding the tallest buildings in their towns, finding the water tower, jumping off of them, hanging themselves, taking pills, this and that, kids can be assholes, right? So you don't know what your kid does when they go to school. Kids make fun, they all point. I'm against the bullying kind where the whole fucking class is against one kid. Like, that's bullshit. Now, if you're in a group of 6 or 7 and you're like, haha, your fucking shoes are beat up, like, well, motherfucker, go buy me a pair then, asshole. What's wrong with you? You know, I'm not against that. But when a kid kills himself, especially a kid that didn't really get a chance to live a life, didn't get a chance to become an adult, get a job, get drunk, get a DUI, get laid, get an STD, you know what I mean? All for a physical appearance. I find it rather fucking sad and pathetic. Again, I'm not against the bullying, the anti-bullying crusade that this fucking bullshit world is starting to take on. But at the end of the day, you got to put yourselves in the situations of others. That's just my opinion. I'm Black Bigot. I got big fucking ears. Look at these fucking ears. Look at this fucking size of Dish TV fucking satellites. Fucking A. But the girls, they love to pull on them. Yeah, baby.